Thomas Jefferson was a complex individual whose convictions about limited government, a constitutional republic, and the establishment of a farm-based society resonated with many Americans. However, Jefferson's slaveholding and mixed views on slavery in his essay, Notes on the State of Virginia, made him a paradox during the early republic's founding. Jefferson and the members of his Republican Party, especially James Madison, erroneously believed that slavery would slowly cease to exist, but the institution would not die because it became entrenched in daily life. According to Jeffersonian scholar Robert Macaulay, author of the book Jeffersonian Virginia and Slavery, Thomas Jefferson and his Republican Party sought to distance themselves from the issue because they felt that slavery was less useful than agrarian culture in building the new republic. Gordon S. Wood, the eminent historian of the early republic and author of the book Empire of Liberty, A History of the Early Republic, notes that slavery allowed Jefferson and the Republican elite to demonstrate their power and prestige. Jan Lewis and Peter Onuf, the authors of the journal article American Synecdoche, Thomas Jefferson as Image, Icon, Character, and Self, observed that Jefferson's complexities led him to develop a conflicted personality. His critics and enemies, both Republican and Federalist, sought to destroy his reputation. Thus, Jefferson became more private in his life and retreated to Monticello as often as he could. His fervent support of the French Revolution and subsequent cheering at King Louis XVI's death led some Americans to doubt his loyalty to the United States and view his political beliefs as borderline anarchy, which Gordon Wood eloquently demonstrates in the book Empire of Liberty. As the Federalist and Republican debates over the destiny of the early American Republic intensified around him, Jefferson seemed to increasingly distance himself from his party at various times. In the book The Jefferson Image in the American Mind, Merrill Peterson, the famous historian on Thomas Jefferson's life and legacy, gives a favorable impression of the late president. He observes that the Embargo Act haunted Jefferson from 1809, when his presidency ended, until his death in 1826. During his presidency, Jefferson signed the act into law, which lasted from December 1807 until March 1809. J. Van Venstermaker and John E. Fowler, authors of the journal article, The U.S. Embargo Act of 1807, Its Impact on New England Money, Banking, and Economic Activity, comment that the Embargo Act was the Jefferson administration's attempt to persuade Great Britain and France from seizing neutral American cargo ships. The law also forbade the United States from trading with other nations. When Jefferson signed the Embargo Act into law, Great Britain and France, under Napoleon Bonaparte's dictatorship, were fighting for control of the seaways. Consequently, Jefferson desperately sought for a solution to keep America out of the conflict. Unfortunately, the law sent the American Republic into an economic depression, and many merchants, as well as regular citizens who could not pay their taxes, went to debtors' prison. In spite of this setback, the United States developed a habit of self-sufficiency and experienced a greater level of economic growth. Merrill Peterson also looks at Jefferson's enduring legacy. After his death, the Republicans and Federalists continued their debates over the United States' destiny. The Republicans championed limited government and a farm-based society, whereas the Federalists advocated an enlarged federal government and a society based on industry. The two parties also argued over South Carolina's nullification program and states' rights during Andrew Jackson's presidency while looking to Jefferson for inspiration. They also sought to discern what Jefferson's views might have been concerning those issues. However, his ambiguity and changing political views created difficulty when either party tried to say which agenda he would agree with. As Christian historians, we must be careful not to take historical figures, such as Thomas Jefferson, out of context and project them into our world. We must study the past objectively, while passionately and accurately retelling the story so others will take an interest in what we have to say. Furthermore, we have a duty to tell the truth and not dismiss the bad moments in history. When we attempt to recreate the bad or ugly parts of history, we fabricate a lie. To my fellow Christian historians, speak the truth.